men. And as usual, I use the term loosely. Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the manly art of rebuilding Harley engines. Just to update as to where we are at. I was going to do a whole video on just assembling and truing flywheels. However, the act of shooting the video often gets in the way of actually getting anything accomplished. And as much as the owner would like to see a video, I'm sure, I think he'd much rather see the work done. So anyway, I didn't shoot any video of this actually going together. Here's the final product, though. Watch the indicator run on the dial. We're right at 1/1000th of an inch. The book limit is 1/1000th of an inch. I would have liked to have gotten it better, but that's as good as I could get these to come in. As you might recall from the teardown video, the as removed condition from the engine, the runout was at 2/2000ths of an inch. I thought I'd be able to get it a lot closer than it is, but I futzed with these things for quite a while, and I'd whack the wheels, and I drive them too far one way, then I drive them too far back the other way. I finally got it down to less than 1/1000th, and I just didn't think I could get it any better. So anyway, flywheels assembled, trued, the big nuts are all torqued up, everything in it is ready to go. Okay, here's part 2 of today's update video. These are the replacement studs I made to replace the bent studs that were in there. As you should recall from an earlier video, these holes were all drilled at an angle. The previous owner or previous rebuilder had attempted to repair, screwed this all up. The studs were going in at all kinds of random angles. The oil pump had to be forced over the studs. The threads in the bottom of the holes were all dicked up. The only solution I could come up with was to make a stud that was 3/8 16 on one thread and 3/8 16 on one end and 1/4 28 on the other. I really didn't want to go that big, but there was enough meat on the crankcase to accommodate 3/8 inch threads. So anyway, it worked out pretty well. These are all nice and straight. The machining went pretty well. They all go into the holes. Nicely. I'm sure I will Loctite these in place when I put the motor together. Okay, and as you may recall from the earlier video, the oil pump had to be forced on. Watch this. This is how an oil pump is supposed to go on. Give it a little wiggle to get it over the ends. You don't get a fit any better than that. That is as perfect as it could get. When I put the cover plate on it and tighten the nuts up, I'm sure that this will correct the issue of binding that the oil pump had before, so that'll work out real well. As long as we're looking at the bottom of the motor, I had bolted the crankcases together and I stuck a feeler gauge in here to see how much gap this previous weld repair had caused. So I got 0.0015 between here and here, 0.004 between here and here, and then right here where my thumb is, 0.006. The gasket sealer I use probably would take care of that gap, but I've got other cracks on the inside here that don't show through to this side that I'm going to weld from inside the case. When I do that, I'm going to run a bead of weld across here on the top half on the right hand side of the case, and then I'll have to carefully file that all down and sand it to get it straight and flat so that it'll close up the gap on these mating surfaces. Anyway, that's the update for today. I'm going to try to get around to welding this up in the next day or two. I got some other welding I got to do, and then we'll move on. In the meantime, I am out of here. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Y'all have a good day.